Hello, good morning. It's nice and sunny, unlike yesterday. So early Saturday morning, well, it's 10:30 now, but already the sun's shining and it's beating down nicely. Clear skies above. So it's my kind of weather. Football kicks off Newcastle versus Liverpool at 12:30. So I'm making sure that I'm done and back in before the kickoff, so I can start working, coordinate working in time with the game. Right, so not a lot to report other than, there are some good things going on my side, but they say if you want to know who your friends are, tell them your good news. And I know that people aren't necessarily pleased for us, not so much that they are disappointed by our good news, they just don't like to know that we're moving away from them. So in a lot of cases it's that more than that they wish evil for you. It's just people don't want to let you go. So I keep my heart close to my chest. Apart from my good friend Margaret, I have not sort of shared anything with anyone. Right, so today I've just finished exercising, so I've still got my exercise gear on. So I'm putting this short walk to the shop down as exercise. So the past couple of days I've come across, in sort of like scanning through to see what's happening in the world. A couple of articles popped up, like world's fittest granny, world's most glamorous granny, etc. And the things that they all have in common is they spend a lot of time in the gym. One second. They spend a lot of time in the gym. And for me that's a bit like, when you hear people say they work hard, it's not necessarily that they work hard, it's that they work long hours, which to me is nothing to be proud of. But for me it's about being efficient. So often people say to me, sewing, you don't break sweat sewing, right? But often people will say to me, don't work too hard, when really what they should be saying is, don't work too late. But that doesn't apply, because I work until I'm finished. So if I'm working on a deadline, then that's what I'm doing. I don't stop until I hit my target. So for me it's the same thing with exercise. When I'm exercising, or if I'm exercising, or if I'm planning to exercise, the goal isn't about how long I can keep going. It's about getting the results that I'm looking for. So if I can get the results in 5 minutes, then that's great. If it takes 15 minutes, great, which is about what I do now actually. I don't do any more than 15 minutes on the stairs, and it's working wonderfully, because not only I'm actually focusing on my legs, on my lower body, and not only am I seeing results, I'm sort of like, I'm not quite sure how many days in, hold on, 11, today's 30th, alright, so I'm 17 days in, and I'm seeing the results that I'm looking for already. So I'm getting what I want in a limited amount of time. I'm sure if I went and did 45 minutes in the gym, I would probably get the results at the ratio of 3-1. But it's not about that. It's about getting fit and keeping fit. So then once I get to what I need to do, I won't need to be doing 15 minutes every day. I can do it every 2 days while working on different areas of my body. right? So that's how I approach exercise. It's about results. So, and also it's not about having like a bodybuilder's body, female bodybuilder's body. It's about, just looking normal for my frame, my size, my height, etc. And about my clothes fitting with nothing hanging, nothing sagging, no lumps, no bumps, etc. That for me, that's what it's about. So the idea, I'm not knocking anybody if that's what they want to do, fine. But you've got to have time on your hands to be able to go and spend 2, 3, 4 hours a day in the gym. That's got to be your job. But like for me, like I said, the whole point, not just with exercise, with life, is about doing things as efficiently as possible. So those are my thoughts on that anyway. But like for example, I've been sewing since, doing the job that I do. I started doing this when I was 19, so we're talking 37 years now. And I'm still discovering more efficient ways to do things. So I'm getting quicker at doing what I'm doing. Whereas, I've said this before actually, if I was working, I work under my own steam. If I was working in-house for somebody, I'd have to follow their rules and would be working against the clock. And that way you don't, there's no initiative involved, unless perhaps you're working flat out on a deadline. And as I've heard a couple of my previous employers say, it doesn't matter just as long as it looks like a curtain. But if the standards are poor and the client is paying you top money, then it doesn't matter about whether you've got time on your hands to get it done properly or not. You find the time, or you push the deadline back or something. So I guess what I'm saying is standards matter, and it's about doing things efficiently. And if you want to be proud of that, rather than thinking that time spent doing something is the goal, or not so much the goal, but the time you spend doing something, that's something to be proud of. Like I spend 60 hours a week in the office as opposed to 20, and you're going to look at somebody who does 20 hours to your 60 hours and view yourself better than them, view them as lazy, when in fact they're actually getting more done in those 20 hours than you're getting done in the 60. I'm sure people who work in offices and just anything. So for example, the results that I might get in 15 minutes, it might take somebody, 2-3 hours to get, because we're doing a different program. So you know what I mean, it could be something like that, but it doesn't matter, because I've had people say, oh, you must spend a lot of time in the gym, which I've never done. I think the most, when I used to go to the gym before my sister got sick, I used to go 3 times a week, and I used to literally spend no more than half an hour in the gym. That was it, half an hour 3 times a week. But people used to think that the results I got were as a consequence of time spent, hours spent rather in the gym. But it was never. It's just about doing things smarter. You find things that work, whether it be toning up or burning calories or whatever. You find things that work, and you apply them. And as I've stressed many times, I believe in inspiration, discernment, etc., all the spiritual ways of learning. And so as you apply yourself, then more ideas come to you and you become better at what you do, more efficient. So that's it really. Anyways, let me get on with my day. Have a lovely day and take care of your good selves. Bye-bye.